I personally think that the multiverse is killing the MCU story. If you have...
Yeah, no. Welcome to the comic books. The thing that is actually ruining the MCU is the internet and its expectations of the movies. It's called the endgame effect. We have a bunch of new fans who have never read comic books who are now putting all of their expectations onto all Phase 4 movies and beyond, that they are going to be endgame level movies. Movies where characters have had 10 years of build-up, where villains have had 10 years of build-up, and these amazing, masterful story arcs that we're seeing come to conclusions in Endgame and Infinity War. They think that is going to happen in every single movie in the MCU now. And they also think that every character from the multiverse is going to appear in every movie, and if it doesn't happen, they're mad about it. Example, Multiverse of Madness. No Way Home was even an example of this, but we'll get to that in a second. Multiverse of Madness, the internet went absolutely wild trying to predict what heroes were going to be in it. I saw Deadpool. We saw the leaks of Superior Iron Man with Tom Cruise. And then when they weren't in the movie, people said it was bad. No Way Home. Again, with the leaks and everything, people had their expectations of how the movie was going to go. And the reason why everybody loved it is because the other two Spider-Man were in it. Same thing with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The whole internet decided together that Ant-Man was supposed to die, and Ant-Man didn't die and people didn't like it. The multiverse is what makes the comics beautiful. It is the reason why there are so many different groups of people who love the comic books. There are comic books for people who like comedy. There are comic books for people who like drama, who like serious stories, who like a bunch of characters meeting together, who like a solo story about one character dealing with personal troubles. The multiverse allows fans of different genres to come together and to read comic books together. MCU is starting to do this beautifully, right? Where it's starting to attract different types of viewers based on the genres that these shows and movies are creating, and they're basing it off their comic book characters. And of course, you have the same group of people who've been watching the MCU for the past 10 years, and they don't like it because the formula is starting to change. The multiverse allows for all of these different characters to come together to tell one colossal story. The MCU fan base is starting to slowly turn into the Star Wars fan base. All of these expectations, they're clearly not going to be met, because how are they going to be met for all of these films? And when the instant gratification happens instead of the slow story build up over time, the fans are going to cry about it on the internet. We've seen it happen so much with Phase 4. It's not the multiverse. It is the fan base. It is online. It is the expectations. We just have to go in and have fun watching superhero movies again.